Hey there, it's snowing out and I like snow. I like to ski. As a kid, I had tons of fun sledding and my friends and we would play football and soccer and all sorts of things in the snow. We had a blast. And I still like snow. Like I said, I like to ski, but I also like to get out and photograph snow. And there are some key things to getting great snow photographs. The first thing is I'm going to tell you is watch the weather forecast. Look at the weather forecast because it tell you, how much snow you're going to get or give you an idea at least because they're not always accurate. But and when is it going to snow so you can get out, when it's going to snow. So you know it's when it's going to snow and it also going to tell you how cold it is. So you want to know how cold it is because you want to know how to dress, how to prepare. I photograph snow from anything between probably 35 degrees and who knows how cold after that. 0, 10, it's a big difference in what you're going to need to wear depending on the temperature. So that, and then once you know when it's going to get out, when it's going to snow, plan to get out early. You want to get out in the snow early because the earlier you get out, the better the snow looks. I mean, sure, if you get out really early, there's not enough of it because the more snow you get, the better it looks. But you can also get great snow shots with just a dusting of snow. So yeah, get out early and even try to photograph while it's still snowing. It's snowing right now, and I take pictures in the snow. But if you do, be careful not to get snow on your lens cap. And a few years ago, I was a real estate photographer photographing homes and things like that. And I'd have to photograph them in the snow. And when I did, I'd have to, take multiple pictures from multiple angles of the exterior of the house. And instead of putting a lens cap back on every time I move, 30 feet, I would take my camera would be on a tripod and I would point the camera down after I was done shooting just so snow flurries wouldn't fall on the lens. And it kept the snow flurries off the lens. So that's something else to do. So you want to get out early, as I said, because that's the when the snow works the most pure and beautiful, and it's hanging on the trees. And number two was, keep that lens cap pointed down when you're out photographing. Another thing to do is to keep your batteries. Keep an extra set of batteries in an interior pocket. As you can see, I have a hoodie on. Maybe you can't see it. There's a hoodie on. So my batteries or even my phone, if I'm using my phone, would go on in the inside pocket, but underneath my coat in that hoodie pocket, just to keep them warm. And the phone warm, if you're photographing with your phone, do that with it. Also, watch for color. You got that iconic photograph of the cardinal, the red cardinal in the snow. Yeah, so everybody likes that iconic photo of the cardinal in snow because of that red contrasting off the snow. And you could do that with a blue jay as well. You can do that. Or I have one of my favorite photographs that I've taken for snow. I used it as a Christmas card. I put it on my website. Is I was out driving around and I saw a wagon, an old wagon out in the country, and somebody had decorated that wagon with a Christmas bow and a wreath. So the bow was red, and the wreath was green, and everything else was white. And I thought, oh, what a picture. So I stopped, and I actually stopped at their house. I asked them if I could photograph it, and I sent them copies of it too. But it was just, it was a neat photo, and one of my favorite all-time photos. We have it hanging in my house every Christmas. We put it up with the Christmas decorations. So yeah, watch for that color in the snow. Another thing you can do is when that snow starts to melt, and it doesn't always, just melt in the spring, and snow will fall in the winter and melt in the winter and then fall again. But when it does melt, look for patterns in the melting snow because underneath that snow is, fall leaves, maybe even some green grass or some other things poking through. It could even just be the brown mud, and it can create some interesting patterns. So don't forget to do that. Look down and get out even when the snow is melting. And also don't forget to take those macro, those close-up pictures of snow on branches, snow on different things, and just on a leaf hanging onto a tree. It could look really cool. So don't forget to take the macro photographs. So there you have it, some tips to getting better snow photographs this winter. So just a quick wrap up of what those tips are. Watch the weather forecasts, get out early, uh, even photograph while the snow is light. It's better when it's heavier and stick into the branches and things like that. But, get out early. Photograph while it's still snowing. And also look for color in the snow. And when the snow starts to melt, look at those patterns in the melting snow on the ground. Don't forget to keep your batteries warm. Keep your batteries warm in an interior pocket. And also look for snow and ice on branches and leaves and long high grass and even low grass, and just photograph that as well, or on other objects. So that's it. And if you'd like to learn more about photography, visit my website, thecreationspeaks.com. I got a free PDF, 10 quick tips to improve your photography, and another free PDF about the Christian faith, combining your Christian faith and photography. That's all at thecreationspeaks.com. So check it all out, and God bless, and may you draw near to Him.